Hello, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Ibasabi here. Today we're going to be playing some Dark Souls 3. So here we are with Dark Souls 3. Now it's been a while since I've played this game. I've been recording this series and now I am sharing my thoughts on my journey. Hope you all enjoy.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Alright, here we are at the character creation. I already had a character preset made because I tend to spend hours on them, but for this playthrough I decided to go with Thief. Now the barrel gifts here, I tend to always go with the life ring for the added boost to my HP. The other items don't seem as useful to me. Okay, here we go, at the Cemetery of Ash. Being that I haven't played in a while, I just start readjusting to the game's mechanics. What do you know, I missed my first attack. But anyways, I just keep moving along, collecting all the items that I remember, sort of. Here comes one thing I really love to do in almost all the Souls games, which you can see, backstab. Now here I try to do another backstab, but I don't know really what happened, but it looked like I attempted it, but then the animation didn't really happen and I just ended up hitting him. Now that I found the bonfire, I decide to go and fight that crystal lizard enemy. I don't even know what you call them, but they're like crystal dragons or whatever. Anyways, so this is me just backtracking towards the crystal enemy. I guess now that I'm looking at it again, it's kind of just a fully sized crystal lizard. But yeah, so you know, I'm just wailing away at its body, and I just want to try to usually go for a stun on the enemy so I can get that visceral or repulsed attack on him, which I managed to land. You know, pretty happy about that. Anyways, just some more stabs on him. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit, you know, kind of, maybe I'm pressing too many weapon art dashing on there, but, you know, just trying to be safe. Here I am bracing for this jump, and pretty pleased to know that I made it. first boss here. My strategy on him after I pull the sword is relentlessly attacking him until he is ready to fight back. The only threatening part in this fight for me is phase 2. I don't really have an understanding of how he attacks, but what always works for me is to stay close and circle around his right side. So phase 2 has begun, and as you can see, I'm just kinda dashing around him with hopes to just not get hit and continue to press R1 and like defeat him, of course. And I go for a strong attack there, and he's almost dead. Now the final blow, which it almost there. And just like that, he's dead. So I beat the first boss. And now I'll light the next bonfire. Now these doors will lead us into the hub world, Firelink Shrine.
Ah, another one. Well, you're not alone. We gives me a little bit weird, don't you? What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the talking. What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their mouldering thrones. We're talking true legends, those who would link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I am a firekeeper. I tend to the flame, and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end I am at thy side. Very well. Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
Here at first, when I level my character, I always kind of choose endurance and vigor, so I could have that little extra health and extra stamina when I'm doing my attacks.
Ashen One, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how. Ashen One, bring me souls plucked from their vessels. Farewell, may the flames guide. Ash, produce the coiled, the mark of ash will guide thee to the land of the lords. To Lothric, where the homes of the lords converge. Farewell.
pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont, no? Ashen One, if my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash. With ash, I'll fashion new wares. Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death?
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith, such is my purpose.
Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large, but when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They take no pleasure in breaking, I assure ye. So handle them with care, if you would. There are two ways to smith weapons. Simple reinforcement is one, and infusion the other. Reinforcement is straightforward. It strengthens a weapon without altering its property. Infusion is a more advanced form of smithing that infuses an element. Reinforcement requires titanite, and infusion requires gems. Bring the stones, and I'll do the smithing. It's my purpose, after all. In battle, your weapons are your only friends. Forge them well, and they won't let you down. Pretty be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered. Tis good, tis what needs. Pretty be careful.
Over here is where I brace myself for this jump, and I clearly can't do it the first time, as I keep trying to do it over and over. Now that I finally made it across, some editing, forgive me, but main reason why I like to do this first is because I have access to gaining an extra Estus Flash shard and a silver covetous something ring that gives you more souls every thing that you kill.
Pickle pea. Me, bumperum.
Now over here in this bird's nest, you can drop certain items to these NPCs and they'll trade with you and give you like materials.
Pickle pea.
All that unkindled, and a seeker of lords. I am Ludleth of Corland. Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse. This sad cadaver. No need to be coy. Have a closer look. Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast fading flame must be linked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a Lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a Colossus. Now, do not be away over long.
Alright, this part here is where I think I'll end the video. I'm extremely nervous and I really want to continue doing this to the best of my ability and improve. My only saving grace at the moment is writing things down and reading them. But I would like to speak more in the moment as I am reflecting, rather than having to stop and think of what to say. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and have a blessed day.